Good day, everyone. Welcome again to 123 Draw Cartoon Sea Critters by Steve Barr. I have a brother named Steven. This is Steve Barr. We're doing clam right now, and I wanted to mention before we started drawing our clam that you need to keep in mind that we're going step by step and building skill. So if you say these are easy things, then just zip right through them, and we'll get to some more difficult stuff in a little bit. Grab your sketchbook and find the next page. I'd like to have a nice page when we start. So, okay. Oops, we have to bend the page again. There it is, so that we can have this whole page to do our drawing. A clam, that's what we're doing today. A clam is a shellfish with two hinged shells using simple lines and shapes. We're going to draw the clam. Okay, so we're going to sketch an oval. Now, you see this oval has two, not points, but it squishes just a little bit. So let's see if we can do that. Make sure you draw it fairly big because you have this whole page to fill in. So my oval is drawn like this with a little bit of squishes on the sides. So now we're going to come to the next one, number 2. It says add 2 curved lines inside the oval for the opening of the shell. Okay, so we're going to do 1 curved line which goes from the top down on the left side to the right side. And I said from the top because we're going a little, this is the top one, this is the top line. All right, so now we give about a little bit of space underneath that little pinch, and then we're going to come down, and we're going to go down in our line, and notice that it comes up over here, doesn't go all the way to the edge, it comes a little bit on the inside. So it goes down and then back up. So that's our lines that we have going on there. All right, number 3. Draw 2 small curved lines on one side, and then add 2 oval eyes. So we're doing these 2 curved lines over here on this side here. Okay, 2 curved sides on the inside of it. So what looked like a football, it still has a football sort of feel to it, doesn't it? So now comes the real ovals. Let's see if we can do 2 ovals that are pretty similar. Okay, that's difficult to do. So there we have 2 ovals. All right, we're going to flip the book around so we can see the other side. And this is what we're going to do on this side. All right. Add curved lines to the top and bottom of the shell. Draw an oval with a small circle inside it for each eyeball. So we're going to do the 2 different things here, the shell, and we're going to do the eyeballs. So we're going to go parallel to our line that we drew on the top and just draw a few more. We want to be about the same distance away from each other as we go up. Okay, on the bottom, Mr. Barr has 2 lines that he's doing. But you know, you might have made yours like mine that your lines aren't going to look quite like his. I can just do 2, but when I'm doing them, it doesn't have quite as much, almost doesn't have that 3rd spot, but it still looks pretty close to what he has going on here. And that's okay. Every clam is going to look a little different. All right, so now in the 2 ovals, and this one is bothering me. It's a little bit smaller than the other, and so I'm going to try and make it a little bigger. That's a little better. Okay, so inside of there we're going to do 2 ovals near the top. They're not right in the middle like a lot of eyes. You'll see the pupil in the middle. This is near the top, and then you're going to do a circle that's right on top of those. Okay, all right, now what's next? Okay, in this particular drawing, we're going to darken part of each eyeball and the inside of the shell, and then we're going to draw a shadow below the clam. All right, since we have our pencil in our hand already, let's draw the shadow first. with our pencil. This shadow is an oval, okay? I'm going from one side to the next because I want to make sure I have my oval exactly where I want it. Now, my oval is coming out from the bottom. His oval is right to the bottom. Either way, I believe will work fine. I don't think anyone's going to have a problem with that. But you notice it's a little bit above. So let me just go with this so that you can see. Can't see my own hands in the way. So there's the bottom of the shell right there. And so I'm going to just color this black part in. Now, with the black marker, you're not going to have the same issues like I've talked about with coloring, go the same direction. Sometimes you will and sometimes you won't. If you have problem coloring it all black, you're going to probably want to go in the same direction because it just will give it some, it'll make it look nicer. Okay, there we go. We got that done. Now we're going to, let's jump into the eye. We want to color the bottom of the oval. We're not going to color the circle part. We're coloring the bottom of the oval. My marker is pretty thick. Your marker may not. I'm going to just use the pencil to help me. No, forget it. I'm not using the pencil. I'm going back. Oh my goodness, I can't keep a hold of my. I'm going to go and there we go. Once I do that part, then it looks fairly okay. All right, we were having some issues with that one. All right, so now here we go. Let's draw these eyes so that the eyes look like eyes. And for the second reason, so when we color in, let's do this line here, then we know where we're going to stop. When we color in this part, we know where we're going to stop. All right, so let's color this one in too, since we're wanting to know where we're going to stop with all of our lines and coloring and such like. I think this black marker is seen its day. I pick a lot of markers that are almost done, don't I? But one of the things that I've mentioned before, if you have a marker that is dying a little bit, what it will do is give you a little bit of texture in there, and that's a good thing. All right, so now we're going to just do these two lines right there. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Go in between here. Get these colored in real good. Go, 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 Ms Mumsie. Get that colored in. Well, I'm trying to go fast, but I'm also trying to do a good job, or a decent job anyway. There are others out there who could do this much nicer than I am. I'm just trying to give you a little idea of how this works. All right, that's pretty good. Tried to get as much white as I could out of there. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to trace the rest of these lines as best as I can with my black marker. Then I will have, oops, I went over on that one. That's okay. Let's just keep on going parallel. All right, that looks pretty good. Where did the pencil go? There it is. I got a new eraser since last time, guys. All right, erase, erase, erase all the lines that are still showing up there. I really like these white erasers. You can use all sorts of different kinds of erasers, but I find the ones on the end of a pencil, if they're not white, they smudge. So, there we go. All right, so now, what does he say for the last one, number 6? He says, look at the final drawing. Erase extra sketch lines and add color and the details that you see. So what details do we see here? We see that he has sort of like sand on the bottom of the sea going on here. So they're just a little, almost makes it look cloud-like. And then he has some bubbles. So he has about 4 bubbles. So let's just draw 4 bubbles there. That one's not a cool one. All right. And he has little lines on the bubble, on some of the bubbles anyway. All right, there we go, bubbles. Now he has the that boom, 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 boom for the blue, and that is just to give you a sort of a cloud around it so you don't have to color in your whole paper. So we can do that real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Oops, I went through one of my bubbles. That's okay. All right. So then we'll go color it all in. All right. You trace around it like this, then all of the fine details, you have a place to stop. All right, I'm going to color it all in and show you my ending in a minute. So that's going to be blue, and then we're going to do yellow for the bottom, and we're going to do it the cloud-like way down there like that too, and we'll go around it, and then we're going to color it in. All right, and then I'm going to color in the clam itself with a lighter brown marker. And I'm going to go in the direction of the lines as I do that. And going to try not to have any white if I can help it, except for a little bit here and there. All right, I'll show you what I've got finished. Thanks again. Come join us one more time. All right, there is my finished product. And you can see that it looks a little bit different than this one, but we've got the same general idea. And that's what I want you to try and keep in mind as you are going through yours, making your picture. You want to get it as close as you can, but it might look slightly different, and that is just fine. So, happy clam! That's what he says on the bottom of the book. So we'll see you next time.